vulnerability is not a familiar territory to people who go into leadership. And why? Because the way we construct our role, the way we construct our place is according to some inner picture that we create by reading books, by listening and having examples from others. And the picture or image of the leader is the person who is powerful, who is strong, even when all around are lost and weak. That this picture of a strong leader is a picture that people can rely on. And the challenge is that it creates some kind of self-deception. It creates some deceptive image for the person itself, for the leader, and for the others. Because there is not such a person who is strong all over. We always have moments of weakness, moments of feeling lost, not knowing. And when there is some mismatch of this, that we show off ourselves as strong, but actually inside we are feeling weak, we don't speak truth. And people sense that. And when there are moments when we share this truthfulness, when we acknowledge that we don't know, I don't know what to do next, and I am ready to stay with the situation, goes both the truthfulness and the courage or the daring that people can read and can rely on that. Because relying on the image is not a long-term or trust the place that you can rely on, because the pictures can evaporate, they change, and then the disappointment comes. But when we see the truth from the person, when we see that the person is really maybe lost, but also willing to stay on and carry on working, this gives more trust and safety to the people relying on. The paradox of vulnerability is that it combines two polarities that people usually separate. Because one of the polarities that people usually separate is mentioned by Brené Brown, is that leaders are courageous, leaders do not have fear, which is not true. Vulnerability means that I can be both afraid and daring at the same time. I can be afraid of not knowing, afraid what will happen, and I think today's situation with the war in Europe and with this turbulent market gives us very strong example where the situation puts us in the solutions no one has with it. It involves values, it involves other people's lives, and it involves money. And having the right solution, I don't know who can have the right solution for this situation, but being and acknowledging the fear that we may lose money or we may lose people's lives, and we still risk of staying in this situation and looking for solution and staying with the people, that is what is vulnerability, is allowing the fear and allowing the risk to impact us, and also staying and looking for solutions altogether. So that is the paradox. The paradox, it does not give us strength. It may give us weakness, but at the same time, our commitment to the situation that helps us glue together the contradictions of the situations. And life is more complicated that we in business try sometimes to portray and make it very simple. Good or bad, strong or weak, powerful or vulnerable, which actually is not true. Every one of us has our powerful side and our vulnerable side. And when we bring the vulnerability into the leadership, we bring more life into our business situation and more truthfulness, and this is the situation we can rely on that. And how to do that, we invite you to come to the training course and practice.